my gosh. Yeah, camera. I'm gonna need you to stay up. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we might just have to switch off of that. Okay. Yeah. Definitely not as nice as of a camera, but it's the best we got. Hey Matt, how you doing? Ooh, hang on. Not even sure if my audio stuff is on. Okay, yeah, cool. What's up? What's up, Farrell? What's up? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna give a few minutes for everyone to come in. I'm trying to load up everything that I had to. I just had to restart my computer. I was trying to get my camera, my cinema camera over here to work, and I can tell it's trying to put out a signal, but StreamYard is just not. It's not having it. It's like, nope, we're not accepting that fancy signal. It's like, hey, it's working. We can hear you. Thank you. All right. All right, man. How's everyone's Monday going? Let's see. Open my OneNote. It's a Monday. Yeah. But guess what? That's why I made the thing from last time. If you watched last time's stream, I tried to have like a little ender for it. It was like, hey, I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good tomorrow. And on this show, we try to take away some of those Monday sorrows. But that's why this show exists. It exists to try to make Mondays a little bit better. Oh, vacation. Where you at? I'm curious. The Polymaker Greg outro. I agree. Rainy. Oh, you must be in Houston. Like it knocked out my power earlier in the middle of an editing project, and I was like, I froze. I was like, oh my gosh. Because so I'm dumb. Like my computer is hooked up to an uninterruptible power supply UPS, but my server isn't, and all of my footage is stored on my server. So I don't know why I did. I should get another one. I should get another one. But I'm. It's really my fault because I am willingly risking all of my data, and it's just. Oh my gosh, yeah. You know what? This might actually be the weather. I'm looking at my internet thing right now, and it says I have a really weak signal on my Wi-Fi. So this stream might get a little kooky. So allotting for the weather. I'm gonna give an extra 2 or 3 minutes for everyone to get in, and then we're gonna go ahead and start the stream as if we weren't already talking now. But I'm very excited for the stream. A little bit bummed out that the weather is making everything act wonky. What's up? Man, my camera's not working. I should try the other camera. We got a new camera for the office. It's the Canon R50V. So it's a crop sensor camera. Tiny little thing, but it's a lot better than this big boy over here. This is like a huge DSLR. See, I miss my camera. I'm over here trying to pose to like my camera, and it's over here. This my big boy like DSLR like Canon R6 full frame. So like this is what I'll usually be shooting a lot of the like social media and stuff on. But it's too heavy, and they're like, "Hey, we don't want you to break your stuff." So they were like, "Hey, let's go ahead and like pick out a camera that you can do like quick content creation for." So I chose the Canon R50V. This thing is amazing. I'm gonna try to use it as my webcam next time. It has a great webcam feature on it that just makes it directly. It's a big lens. Yes, it is. Let me see if I can detach it. Let me see if I can detach it. It is the Sigma. Oh my God. It is the Sigma 24-70 art lens. This is my workhorse. I remember I was on a trade show one time, and this lens like broke on the last day. Like the autofocus just like, I went to like rack focus and it just stopped in the middle, and like I could hear the motors trying to turn and it just not grabbing. And I was like, oh no. Oh no, 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 no. So I emailed Sigma. I emailed the Sigma like Lens Corporation of America or whatever. And I was like, hey, I need this lens back. It is my workhorse. And apparently on their website, they say like, hey, like we're camera people too. Go ahead and message us back if you really have a concern. It's like, we get it. Like your workhorse lens or your workhorse lens. And I was like, this is my workhorse lens. I don't think I've ever not touched it for a full day. Like that's how much I use it. I use it to shoot or film something. But yeah, they got it sent back, and like within a week. So I was like, it wasn't too long without it. I didn't have any project to shoot, so I got lucky. But they sent it back. It was like free of charge. It was still under warranty, which is good because that lens is like $2,500. To be honest, I really shouldn't be bringing it to like the office. It's a really bad move. All right, so I mean, technically, I've already started streaming, but yeah, I think enough people are in. I already asked how everyone's doing tonight. So how I want to start off this stream is last time we talked about CoPE, right? CoPE, it's great. I can't remember what it stands for. Copolyethylene, whatever, glycol, something. I don't know. But I tried to do like 2 separate prints with it, and I was actually I'm over here gesturing to my camera again. I need to look up here. Can I? Nah, forget it. I'm gonna make it better. Wait, did you change location? I did not change location. I changed cameras. This is still my room. The camera I'm filming on right now is above my monitor, above my 27-inch monitor. The camera I usually am on is on my cinema camera over here. Streamlab is just not liking the signal from it. I think it has something to do with the weak Wi-Fi signal, I think. It just can't pick it up. So unfortunately for this stream, we're on for this stream, we're on like the Razer, like whatever, like a 1080p webcam. So I'm a plebeian right now with a normal camera, but I can't wait for next week where I can have my system back up. Can we be sure your room isn't a TARDIS? Well, you know what? No, you can't. And I guess that's part of the fun. Speaking of which, I really need to get into Doctor Who. I have a lot of fun with like the clips they show me on YouTube Shorts, but I was like, it's a nice change of view. Did you not like the old one? Star Rose 3, did you not like the old one? I worked hard on the old one. No, I didn't. But I have like a clamp like on the back of my desk so that my camera is like perfectly floating off of the desk. You only have like 16 seasons. You only have like 16 seasons of Doctor Who. Okay. Yeah. Here's the thing though. Is it like an anthology? Like, do you lose track of like the Doctors? Is it like a continuous story? And like, does he lose his memories, or what, he, she, whatever, lose his memories like as he transitions to a new body or something? Like, how does that work? Like, is he unkillable? Like, tell me that. Star Rose 3 if you're typing. Type faster. Okay. I hate I hate my angle for my camera. It's too zoomed. Well, that's fine. I mean, do like me. Invest in a $4,000 cinema camera and then get on it you know what? There's nothing saying I can't do this. So I'm going to twist this is not recommended. I'm going to twist oh my gosh, my poor camera. This is the lens I'm usually like vlogging on or whatever. It is a big, perfect, beautiful, ultra wide lens from Sigma. So this allows me, you can actually see like what the camera sees and then flips around. But yeah, it is a giant like round lens meant to be ultra wide. So I can zoom all the way out to like an 11 millimeter like field of view. What? My husband will divorce me. He just found out I was trying to smuggle in another 3D printer. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of your fault for getting caught. Don't get caught. See, if I ever have kids, like my thing is gonna be like, I'm not gonna be mad because you did it. I'm gonna be mad that you got caught. If you got caught by me, one of the most inattentive dudes in the world, you didn't put much effort into it. Oh, snap. Is the Polymaker Greg? Yes, the Polymaker Greg. Blame Joel? Wow, just wow. Well, I should blame. This is you, Joel. I just clicked in. I should blame you, Joel. This, by the way, Joel, we're gonna have to like run some like tech support on this because I really tried to like get it to work with my camera. Been trying for the last 30 minutes. It was just not accepting my camera. I'm gonna try the other camera from work next time. See if we get better results. Once again, I'm looking. See if I get better results with this camera. It has an actual official live streaming mode. So we'll see where it gets with that. They do it to you too. Yep. Always blame Joel. Yeah, I mean that's a part of like Joel's like title. Community manager, blame like the person to blame. That's the other half of his like screen name. It's _ the person to blame. Are we going to see you in the Discord hangouts? Right after I threw Joel under the bus. I'm going to have to like talk to Joel and be like, I kind of want my personal Discord to not be like on the Polymaker one. So I'm going to have to make another Discord account and then put it on like on the actual like Polymaker Discord. Because I'd be memeing. So like I would have I'd actually have to make sure I still got my work done. But like I'd be memeing in the company Discord. So yeah, I want to be in the Discord. Like I think my personal one is attached to it right now, but like I don't want to post as my personal one. So I don't know. Everyone will get that. Someone higher than me will sort that out for me, if that makes any sense. Uh-oh, what are you doing on your personal account? Literally talking with friends and playing Overwatch. But like, I don't want like the two to mix. You know when when it's like, hey, it's that fine mix between like, that's a little bit too much home life. It's a little bit too much work life. I don't really want those things mixed together. I'm not trying to do that. Joel is our scapegoat. Well, he does like give out like the most free filament I think out of anyone. So like, why not? he'll earn back everyone's trust with the next giveaway. I saw the last one. Embarrassing story. I actually was like trying to watch Joel's stream last week, and I literally logged in to him being like doing like the actual giveaway itself, and then he ended the stream in like 5 minutes of me joining. So I felt so bad because I try to like, support my fellow Polymaker people here. I try to watch everyone stream. Although I got to be honest, I'm busy. I got to clean my apartment. Like I got dishes. I got a dog. You can see the dog cage like over here. In fact, Molly, come here. Come here, Molly. She is so sleepy. She's like, I don't want to deal with this. She was like, the deal is you get off of work at like 5 and then you walk me. Come here, Molly. Come here. Here we go. Come here. All right, that's Molly. That is Poly. Hang on. That is Polymaker Molly here. This is my miniature schnauzer. She is. Oh my gosh, she is being really hard to hold right now. Yeah, a doggo. A doggo. That's my Molly girl. She is. She is like good Polly Miss Molly. Yep. I'm on a computer so I can type like a normal person. Yes. Yes. I never operate off a mobile. Molly, do you like to stream? She's like, no, get me down from here. Get me down from here. All right, Molly, I'm gonna let you run off. Immediately. She immediately took out of my room. She did not like that. But all right, let's get into actual like 3D printing stuff. So, all right, so CoPE was like the subject last time, right? I have a miniature too. Yeah, miniature schnauzers are amazing. They have such good like personalities. This my little pup, she loves me so much, and she wakes me up every day, and she just looks into my eyes with those big old hazel eyes. Love her. All right, so CoPE. Let me get back on track. Control the ADHD, Greg. Control the ADHD. Polymaker is pushing CoPE hard again. Seeing lots of posts about it from them. Well, guess what? You're gonna see a lot. You're gonna see it here on this stream too. Because guess what? I tried actually going into like the Bamboo Studio and actually messing with some of the print settings. I'm aware that I am like a neophyte when it comes to 3D printing, but that like encouraged me to want to learn more about it. And I actually like try to like mess with this like massive machine that's in my living room. And so I went and I was like, let me try. If the selling point is that it has amazing surface finish and it prints really, really fast, let me try and put it to the test. I went on Maker World and I looked up a 3D model of a Dementor from like Harry Potter, and I did it. I did it. It looks so good. It came out like the original like test thing was like, hey, this is gonna be like 8 hours. And I messed around with the settings. I talked to Polymaker Pete. And apparently I didn't do it right. But I still got like 6. I still got like 6 hours instead of an 8-hour print. So I'm learning. But apparently the main setting you're supposed to like turn like to actually get like a higher speed print is just not, it's not what I did. It's not what I did. You printed something. Yes, I did. I really wanted to test like the CoPE stuff. Like you guys say we're pushing it hard. I'm trying to push it hard too. I want to see how many pretty things I can print. I am like giving this stuff away to my friends because I don't, like I said, I don't really do figurines like that. Stop. I don't need more filament. Why not? If you don't have a print farm, why aren't you working your way towards that? And then if you have a print farm, then you already know you need it. What printer do you have? Also, what did the supports look like? You know what? I threw the supports away, but they looked like organic trees or like coral, like underwater. Like you ever seen like the big coral tree on the Christmas episode of SpongeBob? It looked like that. And a funny story about this print. I was trying to break off the supports off of this because the supports are crazy. Like, look at that. It's everywhere. A part of what makes the print look good. But like I tried to break the supports off, and I'm not kidding. Like, well, you can't see it on this quality camera. You'll be able to see it on my normal one. But like my nail beds are deformed because I stabbed myself so hard trying to break the supports off that I still like get like little dribbles of like blood out of my nails if I wash dishes for too long. Pics, or it wasn't you that actually printed it? It was me. I'll have to like I'll have to like make sure Tiffany like posts like my print history on my A1. But like it was really good. The only problem that I had is when I turned the print settings up to like max, I had a little bit of deformation like right here, little bit of gap, but everything else was perfect. And I definitely didn't have any hairspray to like keep it. I definitely didn't have any hairspray to like keep it like non-sticky or whatever to make it adhere less to the flexy like textured plate that we're not supposed to do. So I just set the bed temp to like the minimum. I set it instead of 60 degrees, which is standard on my A1, I sent it to like 40 C. And honestly, I let it cool completely off, like completely. And it broke off like normal. And there was no like super adhesion problems. Let's see. Just discovered the 3D printing in my trunk. Let me see. 3 parts it is. Parts you assemble that make a printer. You need flush cutters. What's a flush cutter? Is it like pliers or something? Is that a 2.2 or 0.4? It's a 0.4. It was a 0.4 nozzle. So this is something you guys can teach me. 0.2 versus 0.4. Would I be able to tell a difference on a print like this? Like, this is like what I consider to be fairly detailed. Like, look at that, like, fabric work, like on the Dementor itself. Like, that looks pretty intricate to me. It's cutters that you can flush down the toilet. Well, why would I need that? Why would I need that? I'm about to move out of this apartment. I want to get my actual deposit back. Disclaimer, I'm not an expert. Flush cutters to snip off the supports near the model and then easily use them to pull off the rest. Okay, well, I do need that. That's how I do it. I do need that. I should see if I should like steal some from work. I should get Polymaker Pete to be like, hey, what's that? And like quickly steal whatever he's using. And then that leads me to like, so I was really happy with that print. I want to learn how to like get the most out of each filament. I want to see like what's the hottest it can print and still be like successful. What's the coolest it can print and still be successful. What's the fastest? What's the slowest? And like really like try to like nail like more complicated prints. I might have even talked Polymaker Nico into getting me an AMS unit. I still have to send him that message on like company chat. Okay, now drop it from 6 feet. You might have a deal there. I don't have access. I don't have access to any place that's 6 feet up anymore, unless I go on a roof or something. I'm too heavy to be on a roof. We need impact testing. What do you mean you need impact testing? You saw what Polymaker Sean said. He said, hey, like the layer adhesion to itself, it's a very brittle thing. It's like, what do you say? It's similar to, I don't know. It's very brittle, essentially. It's there to like make nice things look nice. It's cheap, so you can print with it really quickly, and you can print with it a ton. That's what it's meant for. But that actually brings me to like the next print that I tried. This one didn't go so well. I don't know what happened with this one. I tried to make like an infinity cube. App.polymaker has the data sheets. I know, I looked over them. I looked over them. I tried to make this like I crave destruction. Howdy. What's up? So I tried to make this like infinity cube, and I don't know what happened. I went over halfway through, and I saw that like these two like top like supports were like missing. Yep, in Fidget Y cube. Yep. So I tried to print this, and when I went over, I saw you don't print it with supports. I don't know what this is. It was just like the caps. It was like the top. It was the top of this, which is supposed to be like smooth, and they just broke off here for some reason. And like when I went over there, those caps had like broken off, and they were like laying on the side of the printer. And I was like, this is not going to be a successful print, but it will be a funny story. So I decided to let it finish, and like it printed out like perfectly. It was like, it looked like how it was supposed to. It looked closer to this. So when I took it off the bed plate after it completely cooled, you need to increase your walls and infill for cubes, but CoPE is delicate. But does that mean we can't make it work? Does that mean we can't make it work, or is it just best practice? Like, nah, don't waste the filament. It's not going to work. So for me, I did think about messing with the infill, but to be honest, I was washing dishes and I was just like, I just want something cool to print. And like, if it messes up, I guess I'm okay with that because it's content for the stream. But it helps me learn more about it too. Let's see. As far as I know, the bottom of the hinges prints on air, and it drags the bottom like 5-ish layers are gone because it dragged around by the print head. Yep. That must have been what happened because it was like on the side of the printer. It wasn't on the bed. It was not on the flexi bed. It was on the side of the printer. And so when I walked over there, I was like, that doesn't look right. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be all in one piece. I have printed hundreds of cubes in many materials, always slower too. Okay, well maybe Kopii probably wasn't the like best version of it. What I'm curious, I'm curious, Pez Liz, what infill and what infill pattern should I be using? I'm still paying attention to my other camera. Let me know my infill percentage and then never grid. I learned this from Polymaker Pete the other day. He was like, ever. He was like, I do 90% infill for cubes. Great clicks. Okay. Let me see. I'm sorry for the incoherent sentence. I need to swap out some of my switches on my keyboard. And allergy meds are making me incoherent. Get better, man. Get better. But 90% infill. So what things require like higher percentages of infill? And Pezlis, you didn't answer my question about the actual like infill like pattern. But Polymaker Pete was telling me about those patterns, and he was like, it's bad practice to upload a model onto MakerWorld, and people will actually give you a hard time for using the standard grid. Gyroid? How do you, what's the rules for that? Is it the same thing as like Gyroid, or is it Gyroid? No grid ever. Polymaker Pete was saying that essentially it's the weakest infill pattern. And so I asked him what the strongest one was, and he was like, he's like, they kind of all have their advantages and disadvantages. I would have thought that the triangle pattern was like the best one because, you know, triangle is like the strongest, like shape in nature. Like try to break a triangle, you're going to have like a really hard time. Lightning. Pete said that lightning was best for really large prints that are mostly hollow because it saves money and like time on printing the infill. Is that true? I've heard that the high acceleration and jerk of the grid at the end of a line can be harsh on the printer and the print. Yep. Cat nozzle catches on it too for me. Gyroid? Is that how it's printed? Gyroid? That doesn't sound right. Someone confirm if it's actually Gyroid. Pete is correct. Of course he is. I'm not going to tell him that he was correct. Let me see. So let me see. No, that does not help me. Gyroid? You can go. That doesn't help me at all. Yeah, this does not help me at all. Give me like the phonetic breakdown like it does in the dictionary. You can go from like 1,000 milligrams to 200 with a large print by changing to lightning. Okay. It also causes issues because it crosses over, and if you over extrude it at all, you will have issues with layer shifts. Gyroid. Okay. It's gyroid. Yep. Okay, we got it. Gyroid. Got it. Perfect. Grid is evil. Grid is evil. Okay. Well, are there like exceptions for making like I forget what it was called on the last stream, but it was like the small like coins that you use to like print QR codes on. No exceptions? Okay. Okay. I hear you. I hear you, chat. No exceptions. I got you. The word gyroid is pronounced with a J. That sounds at the beginning similar to Euro rather than a hard G sound. The correct pronunciation is gyroid. Okay, got it. I got you. I got you. All right, so advice for like the next like printing thing for like, I want to try to print this. So maybe we're not going to go with Kopii. Maker chips are 100% infill, not grid. Okay. All right, good to know. So I want to try to print this again, but something tells me that Kopii would probably not be the best material. So what? Standard PLA, like PLA plus, like should I try like PETG? Should I steal some from the office and try to make something out of PETG? I'm also not sure of the chemical difference makeup for it. Like, is it harder or something? Did you print with supports? No, there was no supports on there was no supports on the Infinity Cube. Maker chip, maker chip, maker chip. I think when I'm making fidget switches, the grid infill actually makes a more satisfying click and better feel, but I haven't done enough of those to confirm. I love matte for fidgets, 90% infill. I have a spool of like matte white around here somewhere that I think I moved to make some content. But that's once I want that one to be my next print. So I'll try making like a fidget spinner or something with that, and definitely the Infinity Cube or whatever. Let me see. Co-PE with extra perimeters could work better. If you still want strength, go PLA Pro or Polymax PLA, or just go all in with PPS-CF. All right, so what's so Joel, if you're trying to help me here, what is the difference between Polymax or PLA Pro? Because I don't know as of right now. I have a spool of PLA Pro and it's amazing. I printed some grocery hooks for my rack in my kitchen to like hang potatoes and onions off of. Love it. It's probably my favorite spool out of my favorite filament out of just pure utilitarianism. I love it. It's so useful. Just slow it down, at least on the internal bridges or bottoms for the top part of those floating hinges, and it'll help a lot. Okay. I might try to, well, it's technically Pete's spool, so maybe I should ask him before I waste filament. Let me see. I like matte for the look. I like almost all of matte filaments more than the regular. I'm with you. Like I said last stream, I'm a matte boy. I prefer the matte filament. It just looks sharper. Trying to educate Greg on maker chips. I'm gonna like, hell, does it make sense for me to try to make my own? I don't make anything, so I guess it wouldn't. Polymax has a much higher ductile rating. In English, it bends much more than regular PLA or PLA Pro before it breaks. Works great for figures or small parts. Polymax PLA can survive drops most of the time. Okay. So I'm wondering, like, could you use like a TPU and then could you use some Polymax to make like, I mean, whatever this is called, like the two like layered version of like the iPhone like thing, or you get like the soft gel portion and then you get like the harder, could the harder portion be made out of Polymax PLA? Matte makes a great sound for fidget cubes, but you need to increase the walls. I'm actually going to take that down as a note because that's what I want to do. All right, let me try to increase walls. Walls for matte prints. Let's see. I slept on matte way too long. For looks, matte is the best. Yes. You said you knew how to design, right? So you can make a logo or an SVG, then you can make a maker chip. Yes. Okay, I might do that then. Thank you. Star Rose 3, you've given me a great idea. Well, it's not. You didn't give me a great idea. I literally just stole it from you. I do 2 walls and it's fine. Okay. Just message me on Discord. I have a pre-sliced model you can print. Thank you very much. I will be doing that right after the stream. All right. So oh my gosh, we're already halfway through the stream. I wanted to go swim after this, so I'm trying to call it at an hour. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what actually goes into an edit. So I think we already posted this one. In fact, I saw it just before I got online. Let me see if I can, let me see. Present, share screen. Let me show DaVinci to share audio, share a tab or a screen instead. Let me show the entire screen. Oh, hang on. Don't think I did it right. Hang on. I'm trying to add it correctly with the with the actual share screen. Okay, perfect. Also share system audio. Thank you. Okay. So this was posted on the Polymaker Instagram a while ago. I think like a day or two ago. And so I want to show you guys like how quick and easy making content can be for stuff like this. So this shot, it's essentially a SpongeBob joke of just like, you want to see me run to the mountain and back? You want to see me do it again? And so we decided to like really like dive into that with like CoPE. And so what we did was like, what I did was like essentially like, how do I show speed without showing like something that's extremely time intensive, like setting up like a time lapse of everything. So I wanted to go through and I was like, well, we could just like fake it. And so what I did is I had these 2 raw clips here. This is directly, I filmed this on the company iPhone. And so it's literally just me like, let me see if I can simulate it. Let me stand my desk up. So it's literally me with the iPhone doing like this. And I'm not moving anything. I have the finished print like in my hand, and I'm just like doing this like 4 or 5 times to get like a good clean shot. And then I do it again, but I replace it with this one with the proper filament like switched in. And so when you match the 2 clips up together, why am I still standing? When you match the 2 clips up together, it makes it look like, you know, it just appeared. And so I just labeled, I was like, okay, let me just throw the meme right there on top. And then let me throw like the TikTok text, which we don't actually have the exact font TikTok uses, nor can I find it anywhere online. So I just have like the closest font I could find, which is like Gotham. And so, yeah, that's how you fake like a YouTube video. All that for like 4 seconds. So I think that wasn't really long. Some of these can like take me like an hour to film. But yeah, sometimes these jokes can be like really time intensive, and sometimes they can be like really easy. I know the stabbing video. I should probably reword that. The video in which we show us like doing the whole stabbing joke that you guys love to do. That was also posted. So let me check chat really quickly. Hey everyone, blah, blah. Is there a spool giveaway today? No, not from me. I don't give away. I'm not yet at the point of giving away spools. Except it's yours and not your. Howdy everyone. Unless that was for engagement farming. Gotham is a nice font. I agree. Gotham is a nice font. I like it. I really like it when I can make the fonts match what I'm trying to emulate. Let me see. Anti-stabbing. I really like the stabbing content. Apparently, like, changed our packaging or something like that, so there's no more stabbing, but I really like the stabbing content. So for this one, Polymaker Tiffany and I basically were like trying to look up like really like popular sounds. And so like things on like TikTok and Instagram we could like emulate and like make content based off of. And so she was like, "Oh, hey, you know that Kendrick Lamar song?" And I was like, "Huh?" Because I don't know rappers. I don't know music at all. I'm terrible at it. And so she was like, the whole thing she like simulated. She was like bop 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 bop, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's the whole like diss track at Drake or whatever." And so we found it, and she was like, "Oh, you can like make like a stabbing video to like, you know, to the beat of it." And so basically we had to go into the office, and it was at the time we had like no like sealed versions of like product. We have a ton of product around the office, but it's all like vacuum sealed. I'm sorry, but it's none of it is vacuum sealed. It's all just open because like people are testing stuff. Like we're doing like customer support stuff with it, like sending stuff out all the time. And so like I actually had to like search the office like hard to like find like unopened packages. And so I found basically anything sharp in the office that I could, including my keys here. That's the key to like my bike lock. And so basically I just did a bunch of individual clips of like stabbing them, and I set it to the beat.
Dad,
So if you look at it, you can actually see this is actually Polymaker Tiffany's like kunai that she printed a couple weeks ago. Let me see. Also don't know who Lamar is. Kendrick Lamar? You don't know who Kendrick Lamar is? Kendrick Lamar is big. He played the Super Bowl last time. Oh, I know who that track is from. Yep. You may not know his name, but you know this track. It's used everywhere, which is why we decided to make content out of it. I'ma do my stuff. Yeah, so I'll say it is weird. So let me stop sharing my screen. Let me talk creative for a minute. So I'm still new here at Polymaker, but I will say, and I'm new to like the business to consumer sector, but I'm really having a lot of fun. But it is weird just how short a video can be, and that's the final product. Like we have a bunch of social media stuff to make right now, and I just got done with a big project that I'm not allowed to say what it is yet, and I'm having a hard time like wrapping my mind around like, yep, that's the video, because it's so short. So I want to hear you guys' like opinion. What type, if you guys were making social media for Filament, like for Polymaker stuff, what type of videos would you create? Because I just try to go for maximum funny, I guess printspiration videos, like inspirational prints. So let me know what you guys would want to see on your own like social medias. Let me see. I want to see cool things and fun colors. All right, so define cool things. Like, let me see. I think it's here on my desk. Yeah. Is the dragon defined as a cool thing, or is cool defined as like usable, or is cool defined as like a complex print, like something that needed like 8 or 9 different colors? Hours of work for a 10-second video? I totally know. Yep. Time lapses with mind-blowing prints. Okay, but once again, define mind-blowing. Like when you guys who have been in the space far longer than me, what is a mind-blowing print? What makes you say, "Oh my gosh, that was a print. Oh my gosh, I want to make something like I want to make something like that myself. I wonder if I can go ahead and buy that model." Boost creators with amazing models. Okay? I think the more complex in either shape or different colors, the better. Okay. More parts, more colors, more geometries. Okay, yeah. All right, you're doing a great job here. Break it down more. You could do that same idea with the Filament with like showing 10 models from a creator. Okay. I mean, 10 models from a creator. We have to, we got to talk to a lot of creators to make that happen on scale. So what's the most mind-blowing things you guys have printed? I'm curious. Because after I get that AMS that I have unfortunately, fortunately, I've talked Polymaker Nico into getting me. I just have to remind him. Flove. What is Flove? Let me see. I'm not going to show you guys all the Google searches this time. What is Flove? It's a pet sitter platform. Good morning, Greg. Good morning. Morning. It is 8 p.m. It is like 7:47. If you show one of those expandy ball things from the early 90s and early 2000s in brighter colors, that would be sick. Oh, like the ISO dodecahedron things, where you like expand it out like an explosion. Once again, let me see if I can type that in manually. That's an unfortunate thing. Colts.3D. Colts.3D.com. It's AM where I'm from. Well, where are you from? Where are you from? It's Fulv, not Flove. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Ooh. What is this? Okay. All right. Now let me share my screen. Let me do this. Because these are some cool prints. Share screen, share tab. That is cool. This almost looks like the Luigi Mansion, like the Luigi's Mansion like manor. I love that. Let's see what else they got. And more importantly, would I want to print any of these? Oh, wait, that one moves? Oh my gosh. All right, give me a time estimate. How long would that take to print? Please show Luigi's Mansion prints in the next video with an actual Nintendo Luigi in it. Full designs are incredible and take hours to put together. Oh my gosh. We really need to teach Greg to read more carefully. Listen, the chat is like, it's going like vertically. There's been crazy weather today. I've had a long day. Listen, I'm here to make the Monday sorrows go away, not read. More printers means less time. Okay, so how many printers would you set up for like this sort of thing here, this carousel lamp? Is that like a 5 or 6 printer thing? Like, what? I'm sure the horses could all be done on one like bed. At least one. Well, that's not very helpful. The theater's your favorite. Listen, reading's hard. I agree. Reading is hard. 4. Okay. 4 printers. This is how do you, okay, so I was actually wondering this the other day. How do you join 2 finished 3D pieces together? I was watching what is it? They were making like a Deadpool mask, and they were basically like trying to like friction weld it together. So someone tell me how you're supposed to actually like fuse 2 like finished surfaces together. Words are hard. Yep. Phil did a giant piece for Polymakers event in the UK. When am I going to get to travel across the country? Hold up. I got a YouTube short on how to do that. UCA glue. Okay. Some are multi-part and some are made for an AMS or 3D gloop. So is that like a type of product, or is that the brand itself? 3D gloop is like the brand of like 3D printing glue. Thank you very much. I will click on that right at the end of the stream. You can put the square peg in the square hole. Yeah, CA glue. Okay. Yeah, EACA glue. All right, so like, is there anything I should look out for? Like when I try to get CA glue, like does it stick anything to anything, or does it only really work on plastic on plastic? It's a specific glue / material that fuses filaments together. CA glue also works. Okay. Oh, it works on anything. Oh no. Medium thickness CA glue. Was it like viscous or something? They're so all right. So since I'm a newbie, if you had to teach someone about everything that you know about 3D printing, what order would you go in? Like printers, the types of filament, like heating temperatures, and like how plastic works at different levels of heat. Because like I'm trying to like teach myself like in between days of work. Join the Discord. I will. I'll have to like, well, first of all, my personal account is already on there, but I'll have to look through it and like get Joel to set me up like a actual one. I don't know anything about 3D printing. Then why are you here? Seriously. How it works in general. Okay. I mean, is that I mean, I was sure proven wrong a lot in like last week's episode, but like, do people not know how 3D printing works in general? There's so many videos of it online. It's like it just lays out plastic in a specific order that allows it to hold its shape, and eventually that forms a completed piece. Is that hard for most people to get? Because Polymaker's filament comes in a bunch of bright, obnoxious colors, and I love it. I love that too. I love that too. Once I get the AMS, I have like a specific print that I want to do. It's the RuneScape like logo. It's like the old fashioned one with like the sword through it. Once I get that, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have so much fun when I can start printing with like 4 colors. There's just so many settings. Did you look up printing with chocolate since the last stream? Not since the last stream. I'm gonna be honest, when I got off the last stream, like not my feelings, but like my pride was like low-key hurt. Which is why I decided to like get like really dive deep into the settings of my A1. Because I was like, well, I'm not gonna be that new for long. I may be new now, but I'm not gonna be new for long. Please don't mention old school RuneScape again. Technically, I never said old school RuneScape, at least not on this stream. I did last stream. I'm 3 years sober from there. Don't you know? You never quit RuneScape. You just take breaks. My last one was 12 years. If you print a carousel at 0.16 with the outer layers at 40 millimeters per second, it takes 107 hours. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So what do you do? Like if on hour 87, it makes a crucial mistake. Like, what do you do? Listen, let me see. Listen, I gave my T-bow to a friend. I think I'm done for a bit. Yeah, for a bit. But then you'll be back. And you'll join the rest of us. Back in the scape, man. RuneScape sounds like World of Warcraft. You don't quit it, it quits you. That's definitely true. You get sick of it. You get sick of the point and click adventure, like medieval, like simulation game, and you get sick of it, and then you quit, and then you remember how cool and fun the community is, and then you find yourself back, and then you're paying for like 3 accounts to like have membership. That's how it works. Well, it prints in parts. Okay. But no, all right, never mind. That puts my worries to rest. Yeah. Still though, 107 hours, and that's just a print. Like the assembly must take like, well, not just as long, but it must take like a full day to assemble that thing. Imagine if it's your first. That's gotta like ruin your day. So what'd you do today? I assembled a carousel, and then what do you do with it? Like, if you're gonna sell these, like that's cool, but like if they're just gonna sit on your coffee table, I'm not sure if I'd ever be down for that. Like 107 hours printing, hoping nothing happens because I'm not that good at printing yet. And then you got to go through the entire process of like assembling stuff together with glue that apparently can bond anything with anything. It's like, I'm good. Cry. At that point, you cry, clean up the mess, and start it again. Except I heard a lot of WoW players come to old school RuneScape. I tried to get into WoW, and it sucked. Coming from RuneScape, the questing structure is so different and so laid back in WoW, and like it just lacks a lot of the meta humor that I fell in love with RuneScape. Like the questing just doesn't compare. And I don't know, somehow the way you interact with like people in RuneScape, like the NPCs in RuneScape makes everything feel more alive. Everyone's like really snarky. Everyone thinks you're an idiot and you're just an adventurer who happens to be strong. No one respects you. It's just a lot more fun in RuneScape. The base is 20 hours, which is still an anxious amount of time. Oof. Is the Ender line any good? Let me see. I'm guessing you're talking about the Ender like line of like filament. I have no clue. I need to try. Polymaker Tiffany picked up like another like company's like filament to like try. I need to try that eventually. I don't think I'm there yet with my 3D printing journey. Yep, it's a legit project. If nothing else, you have to give it legit. Like who looks at this? Who looks at this and is like, look, it moves when it's all finished. And you got to put like LED lights in there to like make it like actually like the finished product. No. No, it's too much. Too much. I had a 22-hour print fail with less than 2 hours left. I died inside. Oh my God. I mean, what were you printing? I'm curious about that. Slayer is my least favorite skill, so WoW quests suck. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Slayer is a decent way to pass the time. I don't like it that I can't bring my usual like loadout like into like Slayer because it requires you to have like specific equipment. It's definitely not my favorite. Wolves Theater is my favorite thing I've printed. I was bummed when I sold it. Well, why'd you sell it? Let me see. I want to go back to their other stuff. This is like really tempting. Like the haunted, this house is not Luigi's Mansion. Like it looks so cool. I would print it. I would go to like the effort of printing it and I would like pay someone to assemble it for me. This is too much work. And like, I have big, like meaty hands. I don't have like the dexterity needed to like assemble these like parts. Can't do it. Also hate old school RuneScape Quest, except for how much lore it adds to the game. No, old school RuneScape Quests are the best because they all think you're an idiot. No one respects you. So it's like everyone's like mouthing off about you for like no particular reason. The Maserat don't like respect you or anything. The townspeople constantly complain. It's funny how like terrible the questing like is in universe. I at least that's what I like about it. Look, ask Joel if I can print it and finish it. You can too. Okay, I'll Joel like assemble it for me. 125% Cinder Crystal Winged Dragon had a power failure and learned I needed a more powerful battery backup. Is that a feature for like 3D printers? Like, do you have like number one a UPS built in? Which would be cool. And then two, does it have like, if you do lose power, it remembers the last point at the last like print. And so it just continues the print job instead of like starting over. That seems like it'd be a very good like thing for a printer to have. Scale is a carousel. I do not know. Big meaty claws. That's exactly how I feel sometimes. Like when it comes to like more like dexterity based work, I give up. I default. I'm just like, my sister can do this. She has like tiny hands compared to me. I've had a new printer for a week and I've already repaired it twice. Wow. I mean, what have you been putting it through? I like the quest. I don't like doing the quest. You know what? I feel the same way about like Iron Man. I love the concept of an Iron Man. I love an Iron Man. I don't like being an Iron Man. Like it makes RuneScape too hard and too laborious. I can't do it. It can sometimes pick up after a power failure, but not always. Okay, well, wait. The built-in UPS that I mentioned, or the like pick up where it last left off software feature? Which one doesn't pick up always? And internal UPS would be amazing. Yes. See? All 3D printing brands, you can have that idea. I'm sure it would increase the size of a 3D printer massively, but I'm sure this is a problem to where most people probably wouldn't mind. You're such a tease, Greg. I thought you were gonna look at the theater. You know what? Let me try. Where is the theater? Let me see. Christmas house. These are so cool. Where is the theater? Oh, here it is. Oh my gosh. This looks like something out of that Fox animation movie, like Anastasia. This is beautiful. Look at the detail work. That's cool. Once again, that has to be printed like 0.2 millimeters. That's some intricate leaf work right there. I printed that merry-go-round for my wife on the previous page. How long did it take to assemble? How long? I tried DS2 on release. Took me like 5 hours. Not even worth it to get to Vorcath. Dragon Slayer 2. No, I'm not. I'm not powerful enough for Dragon Slayer 2. Internal would be tough because of the battery replacements needed. Yeah, I get you. The printer can sometimes recover a failed print. The Elegoo Centauri has a selling point of their recovery at 90%. 90% is pretty good, especially when the rest of the industry is like probably at like 60%. That's pretty good. I thought he was gonna look at the theater. I bet he's seen the other Theater of Blood. I haven't been to the Theater of Blood in RuneScape yet. And I did look at the theater. You mean the cinema thing? The cinema lamp with TV remotes holder? All right. I might actually have to learn to print this one. This one looks really cool. And this would fit my living room like really well too. I wonder how long it takes to print. Oh, you can really see what type of stuff I look at on the internet here with my ads. Let me see. 0 comments. Functional design includes a space for 2 remote controls. Version without pockets is also available. That's so cool. Dimensions, minimum size. Does he give like a... Oh, Polyterra PLA, Polylite Silk PLA, Polylite PETG. Let me see. Some of the parts are designed to utilize the color change feature in your slicer with full details provided in the instruction PDF. There's so much to learn. A while. You don't have like an estimate. You don't have like a time estimate, like, it took me like a full day, or it took me like 2 days. I had to hide it from my wife or something. Let me see. And how crazy long they take to put together. Oh my gosh. It's a really good model. I'd up the difficulty by putting mirrors above the horses. Oh my gosh. Hot air balloons. Well, these look simpler. These look simpler to like build and print. Oh, they like fit together. That's clever. I'm actually in the middle of like teaching myself like, I guess like engineering software. I'm using FreeCAD to like learn how to like design stuff again. Let me see. Every aspect is meticulous. I hope this guy, girl, whoever, is like making bank off of this. This is too much work. This is too much work. What's incredible about Fulv is the detail he puts into everything. He uses a special website with interactive and step-by-step instructions for assembly. Lists every filament. Oh my gosh. So there's a series of hot air balloons shows I applied for, and if I get it, I'll be printing these and taking commissions because hot air balloons owners have the money. It just seems like an expensive hobby, hot air ballooning. Link to Polymaker filaments in the US. Hey, there we are. Let me look at this. Let me see. Check out similar designs. Ooh, Haunted Manor. I love like the manor, like hotel looking stuff. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine how much money you could make like making these for like children's parties? Like that'd be so cool. How much money you can make around Halloween with this stuff too is a very expensive hobby. Who has the money to be like, you know what? I need a giant balloon that I can light a fire inside of and rise into the heavens. I wish I could afford another printer, let alone a hot air balloon. Christmas and Halloween villages. There has to be so much money to be made on like big like Christmas parties, big Halloween parties, stuff like that. Like this should be like a longer video. How do people make money with 3D printing? What are all the weird, unusual ways to make money with 3D printing? Just look at Michael's. Let me see. Oh, just look at Michael's. Yep, the craft store. Molly, what's up? Well, she probably wants to go for a walk. I'm probably over my streaming time too. Let me see. Let's look at one more. Ooh, a toy factory. Oh no. No. This one design. No, that's too much. Oh, but it looks so regal. It looks so cool. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that was the picture that scared me off. That was the picture that scared me off. Nope, those tiny presents, I'm good. A high-end custom hot air balloon, like the ones that there are characters cost well over $100,000. Oh my gosh. I know you can't copy paste links, but if you haven't checked this out, instructions online. The instructions he uses are next level. Okay, I've been selling 3D printed gardening stuff. Ooh, you know what? I like that. I like that a lot. There's a ton of times like I go to like use like a tool like outside and something about like the handle bothers me, or I just wish it had like a better grip and I wish I could just make another one. I'm going to try to see like what sort of like 3D models there are for like gardening tools like you apparently sell. But dude, hope your business grows, man. Hope you never have to work another day in your life other than doing exactly that, because that sounds cool. Toy Factory is insane. It has instructions for a working conveyor. All right, that's not even 3D printing anymore. That's just low level engineering. That's low level engineering. Yeah, people love the 3D printed self watering planters. That reminds me. All right, this is gonna be the last thing before I hop off stream because I gotta go walk my dog. But and thank you for being here for such a very non-publicized like stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone. But I saw a like Bulbasaur like 3D planter like on Instagram, and I'm like, yes, because I now have a garden. I now own a home. I'm just not in it yet. And I want to have like for my herbs and stuff like in the backyard, I want to have the coolest looking planters. I got to do some research on what filament would be best for that. In fact, as a thing before we get off, tell me what filament I should use for those planters. They're going to be outside like all the time. I would like the color to not fade. HTPLA. When we get some back in stock, I can't even get my hands on it. Are you eating it or is it decorative? It's a planter. No, I'm not eating it. I just wanted to grow my herbs in. I want to eat the herbs, but like I wanted to grow like my basil, my sage, my thyme, my rosemary in. Polymaker HTPLA. Okay. Not the glass fiber, not the GF version. PETG ABS ASA. Okay, ASA. Planter. I hardly know her. Yeah, very funny. Very funny, Raffle Toast. No, what are you growing? Okay, so herbs. Yes, I like to cook. So my main things I do outside of like work, I like / love to cook, and I like fresh herbs. Don't use ABS or ASA. Well, Pezliz said ABS or ASA. So why not? No, not ABS or ASA. Use PETG. Okay. I did a whole series with ASA. Polylite ASA is an alternative to ABS with an improved weather resistance. Its UV resistance and excellent mechanical properties make it the perfect choice for real-life applications. ASA 100%. You need ventilation? It's fine for planters with a liner. Okay, so now I'm confused. Will it poison my plants, or do I need to wear like a ventilation mask when I'm printing it? ABS/ASA is toxic if you're eating it. You would need a liner. Okay. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to forget a liner. So let's just act like that doesn't exist then. I'm going to forget. I'm going to forget to put the liner. I'm a forgetful man. So let's deal away with any of the toxic versions. I want something simple that is like that Greg can eventually eat the products of his works. I kind of don't like flowers and like stuff that just looks pretty. I like things that I can use. So like herbs and stuff, cabbages, like vegetables, stuff like that. Yep, I printed it in an ASA, a window adapter for my portable AC unit that is sun facing. I'm assuming he would use a liner. Yeah, well, unfortunately for you, I'm forgetful, and I would not use a liner. Not because of stubbornness, but because I'm an idiot and would forget it. So, but thank you for the very much that is very important. ABS and ASA is toxic. Okay, thank you. Use a liner. It's not toxic though. Okay. I always assume people are going to have stuff directly in contact with the print. I mean, from a pure just ignorance level, it's more like, why not? It's like every other plastic in my life is like good enough to like touch and like eating stuff off of. So it's just like, at least to a normal person, like who doesn't like look up like food grade plastic. So I immediately assume it's safe. FDA considers ABS not toxic. The fumes, if burned/melted, are. Okay. Never assume a consumer. Just put your on at the end of your assumptions and see how it feels. I assumed you were using whatever. Okay. Let's see. When engineering a product, assume people are lazy idiots like me and will not use as intended. I think that's a good point to end the stream. That's a very good point. That's definitely me. I use it however I feel that I can utilize it the quickest, not necessarily the correct way. So, but yeah. All right. So let me pull up my thing because I don't have it memorized yet. But I gotta go walk my dog. So we gotta end the stream. Let me see. Well, I don't see it, but I'm gonna try to remember it off the top of my head. All right. So I hope you had a good day. I hope you have a great tomorrow. And on this show, we try to take away your Monday sorrows. Good night, everyone. Thank you for the stream.